My friend here says, give us a celebration video when Colts win. Unfortunately, I could not do that. I went to the Colts game and saw the Colts Texans with my son. It was his first ever NFL game. It was only my second ever NFL game, both of them being Colts games. Love that stadium. Love that stadium. That is a great stadium. Really, it truly is. It has its faults. Don't get me wrong, but it's a really nice stadium. Anyway, my son and I drove down from Chicago. Listen, the whole goddamn thing was a clusterfuck, right? Because I've been sitting on these tickets forever. And then this snowstorm hits, right? And my wife tells me the plan was I was going to drive down Saturday from Chicago to Indy, about a 3-hour drive. We were going to get a hotel room, or had a hotel room booked. My son and I were going to chill, wake up the next morning, go to the game, drive home after the game. Awesome. And then the snow forecast hit, and my wife said, you should go Friday. I go, I don't want to go Friday, get a hotel room for a second night, and then spend all day Saturday in Indianapolis, like just fucking waiting for, the game to come on Sunday. We'll try to drive down on Saturday like planned, and if not, we'll go down Sunday morning. It's only a 3-hour drive. We tried Saturday morning. The roads were horrible. Saturday late morning, roads were horrible. Couldn't do it. Decided to stay home and go Sunday morning. The roads were still pretty fucking gnarly. We saw several spin-outs, crashes. Saw one guy spin out in front of us on the highway, wound up in the ditch. Made it down there, I don't know, 3.5 hours. Was able to get a little breakfast, get to the stadium, find parking, get inside the stadium with plenty of time, an hour to spare before the kickoff. And it was a pretty decent game. My son got to see his first NFL touchdown, his first NFL interception, his first NFL botched extra point when the Colts doinked one off the uprights. And he got to see his first extraordinarily irate crowd when very near the end of the game, the refs called a pass interference on the Colts that never happened. The receiver slipped. The guy never touched him. And they got a touchdown out of it. We wound up losing by 4 points. Now, granted, if the Colts never botched the extra point towards the beginning of the game, they would have only been down by 3 at the end of the game. They could have kicked the field goal, but still cost the game. It was the difference in the game. So I couldn't give you a victory video on the Colts. They're starting to fuck up at the wrong time. You know what I mean? They're losing games and starting to come back down to earth at the end of the season. They were the number 1 seed in the AFC for the longest time. Now they're second in their division. So the Colts are fucking up fast and picking up steam. It was still a fun time by all. My son had a great time. We're definitely going to go back and do more Colts games, but I couldn't give you a celebration video, unfortunately. We were in the 400 section, so we were a little bit up there. Got to get better seats next time. But like I said, we still had fun. This is the view from our seat. I mean, there's really not a bad seat. Correction, there are some bad seats in this stadium. For example, these were the seats next to us, so that's the aisle. I always get aisle seats. I'm a fat man, and I'm not sitting in the middle. Wherever I go, I get aisle seats. Concerts, comedy shows, it's always an aisle seat. And so we were on the stairwell going up and down in the 400 section, and across the stairwell were these 2 seats behind this beam. So those are bad seats, obviously, but the rest of the seats are really quite good. Getting crazy with the locals, We'll see what they can do with the playoffs, but I don't have a really good feeling right now after what was a tremendous start to the season.